Content warning. Ladies and gentlemen, the following podcast is not suitable for all audiences, and viewer/listener discretion is advised. For example, if, when you just heard the term ladies and gentlemen, you immediately thought about how exclusionary it is, then it's probably best you turn this off now.
Let's say there's a kid who wants my organs.
I don't think they should give it to a child.
Is, right? Little Jimmy. Yes, doctor? We found you a donor. Oh my God, really? We've actually got the lungs here.
Yeah.
And we're going to bring them over so you can have a look. Oh, really? And then what I want in my explicit will is for the doctor to go over and then to pretend to trip and to throw them out the window. No.
Yeah.
Will they still be okay? No, they've got pavement on them. We can't.
Got pavement on them? There's no 5-second rule for lungs, is there? Hello, welcome to Dead Men Talking with me, Rob Mulholland, and Freddy Quinne, who you may have noticed, if you've got eyes,
is a gorgeous young chap. Absolutely bloody beautiful, so he is. He's got a really nice personality as well. He's a lovely lad.
Had to develop a personality because he's a big fat con.
All those people that think he's a dickhead are wrong.
But numerous.
But... Oh, they come out in number.
They're going to win the popular vote.
They come out in number.
They're going to win the popular vote. You're going to have to hope first past the post helps you out.
It's like people who voted Brexit. There's a lot of you, but you're fucking wrong.
Yeah, political.
From 2016.
Yeah, like this is it. I'm totally the point with Brexit. I was like, yeah, I think it was a fuck up, and it's done like loads of bad things. But fuck going back, we've done it now.
Yeah,
can't be arsed thinking about it ever again. Do whatever.
Yeah. And also as well, there was some stuff about Brexit that I was like, yeah, I can kind of see why that's a thing.
Well, annoying the French. You know, that's a great reason. I get that.
We're not starting with this. No one's listened to me like, hey, I wonder what these guys thought about politics 6 years ago.
Because we didn't think anything then.
No, I didn't really give a fuck.
Don't come to this podcast for political commentary.
Do you know there's comics who still do Brexit stuff?
Oh, mate, it's embarrassing, isn't it? No one gives a fuck.
Do you know what I think's embarrassing? Yeah. Comics that still do COVID stuff.
Yeah, see, I've got
and that's why you embarrass me.
Yeah, my opener harks back, and I'm getting it going.
What's your opener?
Well, I had a bit about shoving a Toblerone up my ass. It was very fun.
Oh yes, dreadful that.
I really enjoyed it.
Dreadful.
It was very funny.
Everyone boos at that bit, don't they?
Yeah.
They all go boo, boo.
They go boo ha 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 ha.
Boo earns.
Yeah, they were shouting boo earns, I think. But yeah, I'm getting rid of that. But I just all my other everything I write now. I've got so much worse because of this podcast that it's so hard for me to write a light opener. That gets people in. Everything I write, I'm like, gonna have to do that in the second half of the 20. Everything. Literally everything I write is like that now.
But imagine what's gonna happen when you go on tour. And
oh God, I'm just gonna when we go on a little Dead Man tour, I'm just gonna open with the worst thing I can think of. Because our fans will be like, hooray! They're like, yay!
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Dead raped babies.
Yeah, honestly, instant standing ovation.
Actually, living would be worse.
Yeah, it is worse to rape a living baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Brexit, 2016.
Yeah. But yeah,
the silent majority.
I more have stuff that happened within it, but yeah, doing no one gives a fuck about the pandemic.
Oh fuck no.
Yeah,
I think it's
my bit is essentially a list of things I never want to fucking hear about again. But doing COVID jokes.
Do you know what as well is most people's pandemic jokes are shit.
Yeah.
Most of them are shit. There's a few really great pandemic jokes.
Yeah.
Chris Washington's got a great pandemic bit about how mad it was when you would go out for lunch with your mates and you pretend that you're all in the same bubble.
Yeah.
It's just a great bit. But the amount of remember Eat Out to Help Out? Wasn't that odd? Hey, remember clapping for the NHS?
Yeah.
Oh, that were weird. I just don't.
Yeah. Like another example of someone who's got a really good one of those is Mick Ferry. He's got a very good clapping for the NHS bit.
Yeah, that I've just slagged off there, haven't I?
No, but his is different.
His
It's
is
not
better.
just that, because it goes in this really weird, surreal direction that
Yeah,
Mick's
yeah.
stuff does.
But most people's bit is like, hey, wasn't it weird?
Yeah, he's not doing that. He's not going, oh, I remember clapping for the NHS. His is just a framework to do some big daft stuff.
Yeah. I fucking love Mick Ferry. Do you know
great.
Mick Ferry used to go on stage,
Yeah.
right? And his opening bit was, he'd come and say, and for those of you that don't know Mick,
Go back and watch the episode.
go back
he's
and
on.
watch the episode. But he's a big guy. He's got a big belly.
Yeah.
He'd point at it and he'd go, hey, what do you think of that? What do you think of that, eh? It's cancer. I've got a tumour. And then he started set.
I love him so much.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny. He'd never get a laugh. He'd just go, yeah, it's cancer. I've got a tumour. So anyway, and then he just carry on. That's balls. That is deep fucking balls.
Mate, like I was on with Phil Ellis, another like regular on this pod recently, and he went. He's got a bit where he goes. So I lost my auntie over lockdown, and someone in the audience went, "Oh, did you find her?" And he just looked at her and just went, "Yeah, it was breast cancer." And like the room went so silent, and like I went at the back. It was so funny.
That's really fucking funny.
Just be like, no, I'm gonna make you more awkward now.
Yeah.
It was fucking wonderful.
Oh mate,
Yeah,
I've had a long fucking few days with the old gigaroos, you know,
the gigaroos.
the old gigaroos. Yeah,
Off
and
of
then
your hollybobs.
this off of my hollybobs,
Yeah.
guys. But this Friday I'm only in Bolton, which I'm pretty happy about because
Yeah.
nice and local.
Yeah.
But it's at the axe throwing place.
Oh God, that's the gig where that Phil Ellis story happened.
Really?
Yeah,
Amazing.
same one. It's fucking dreadful.
Is it?
Yeah,
Great.
it's a real atmosphere sucker of a venue.
Really?
Yeah, like the people are really nice, you know.
Yeah, but you don't want to be doing stand up and just hear like thud.
Yeah, they're not throwing the axes, but you are in the bit where they throw axes. So there's like it's got the axe throwing targets at the back of the room.
Do you know what?
It's
I'm
a
gonna love
fucking
that.
warehouse. It's like it's one of those where like it eventually turned into a nice gig, but the first half was really hard.
Yeah.
And they eventually got there and it became great.
It sounds intimidating.
It's not really. It's just a bit echoey and vast is the
Yeah.
problem. So the atmosphere leaks out.
Remember during COVID when we did a gig to 10 people in a working farm in Anglesey?
How could I forget? So like me and Freddie, we're like bored over lockdown. And we're like, oh, we're gonna go do some shit. We're gonna go, we'll make some stuff happen. We'll put some gigs on and we'll film them. And we both made things and put them on our
Yeah.
YouTube channels. What did you call yours?
I can't even remember. I don't think I
Right.
even gave it a name.
Right, mine's called Back on the Grass. If you want to check that out on my YouTube channel.
Because grass is like weed.
No. Well, that's one of like three different ways. It's called Back on the Grass because that's what footballers say when they get back from injury. They go back on the grass when they're recovering from injury.
Okay.
So I was going back on the grass, and we were filming literally on grass in people's gardens,
Yeah.
and I was high as fuck. So many meanings.
Multi-layered.
Yeah, someone on my Twitch stream gave me the title. I fixed it, made it better, but they gave me the idea. So shout out to whoever that was. Can't remember your name. Sorry.
Do you remember Twitch streams?
Yeah.
What a thing.
Yeah.
You did one for a while, didn't you?
I
You
did.
Living La Vida Lockdown.
Yeah, I did.
And
yeah.
then loads of acts kept cancelling.
Oh, mate, it drove me mental. So I was like, I was so overly ambitious. I was like, you know what I'll do is I'll do a podcast every day with 3 different comedians every day.
Yeah.
And like the podcasts were fun, but fuck me, trying to get 3 comedians on a Zoom call at the same time was murder.
It is literally like herding cats.
It was unreal. I had one where I booked a comedian, right, and he'd moved the date he was doing 3 times. I was like, it's cool, this comedian I really love.
Yeah.
Not going to grass him in because I want to get him on here. I'll confront them when they're on here.
Yeah.
And then I rang him like I texted him like 20 minutes ago. I'm like, here's the link for the Zoom call. I'm like, I'm at a golf course. They're just playing golf.
I think there's something about comedians that leads them to be generally disorganised.
Yeah.
And speaking of
Called
disorganised,
ADHD.
and speaking of disorganisation, I've sent you an email. What?
Your segues, man. You don't need to do this. You can just change topic. It doesn't need to be a Tony Blackburn radio link.
I love doing these.
I know you do.
And I'm going to continue to do
Yeah,
them.
you big fat partridge. You're like Partridge when he ate all those Toblerones and drove to Dundee in his bare feet.
I don't watch it. I don't watch it, but I feel personally attacked.
Yeah, he gets addicted to Toblerone and gets really fat.
To be fair, I fucking love Toblerone. I
Yeah.
fucking love a tobber.
You ever driven in your bare feet?
No.
It's like, I went mad, Lane. I drove to Dundee in my bare feet.
check out the email that I sent. It's a different email.
Oh.
It's called Ibiza.
Right, okay. Here we go.
So this is a story all about how
Yeah.
a certain man
Yeah.
is crowdfunding for his Ibiza flight home because
Let's go.
Because
Clueless bloke launches crowdfunder after he repeatedly misses flights home from Ibiza.
So this bloke has missed 4 flights from Ibiza and is now crowdfunding for the money it costs.
4. Like, I am very disorganized. Like, I am very bad at this. I am medically disorganized.
Yeah.
I've never missed 4 of anything. After the first one, I'm furious. I'm getting the second.
I have never in my life missed a flight.
I've never missed a flight. I came fucking close once.
I don't think I've even so much as like properly missed a train that I needed to get.
I've missed loads of trains, loads of coaches, but never a flight. I came fucking close once when I was going to Norway. I literally ran on. It was
Did you?
The last one. It was brutal. I thought the tram across Manchester took like half an hour. It takes like an hour and a half. And I was like 45 minutes into this journey. I'm like, hold on. So I had to like jump off the tram and get a taxi to the airport.
Oh.
It was wild.
So
anyway,
let me read it out for you.
Yeah, go for it. Read it to me. Story time with Freddy. Is that when Tom Hardy does Jackanory, isn't it?
Do you know what? Not only will I read it out to you, I'll let you pick the accent.
Oh, thank you.
So,
Can I
so
go
when
for Djibouti, please?
So
can I go for what you think a Djibouti accent is?
So when I used to teach,
yeah,
and I would have a book like Mice and Men or something like that, or whatever, I would allow the kids to decide what accent each character was.
Right. Was it
Just
always
fun.
racist?
What, sorry?
Was it always racist?
Oh, every time.
Yeah.
I mean, you've not lived until you've had a Chinese Lenny. Ready?
No. No.
Sounded like he was an indigestion tablet.
Yeah. In China, it's actually called Of Bats and Dogs.
What? What?
Because they do bat stuff. Bat soup and that, innit?
Because they eat bats and dogs.
Yeah.
Well, we don't eat mice or men, so where's that come
Speak
from?
for yourself.
You're not allowed to get out of a shit joke by going, speak for yourself.
I think I just did. Alakazam, I'm out. Nailed the landing. It's all right.
Hey, Djibouti.
Djibouti.
A hapless clubber has managed to get himself that's how they all speak. Stranded in a
Sorry, is it a fucking 1940s crooner?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, German, though. Ooh.
I don't even know where Djibouti is.
It's an island off the north of Africa.
Near like...
We're going African.
Okay.
Is that your little African face?
No.
You just do a little African face?
No, I fucking didn't.
Right, if you're
Stop
listening
saying
to this,
on the radio.
Go to on the radio.
On the radio.
On the wireless. We're here on the wireless talking about Djibouti.
A hapless clubber has managed to get himself stranded in Ibiza.
No, not that island.
After...
No.
You see what I did?
I see what you did.
You see what I did? A hapless clubber has managed to get himself stranded in Ibiza. They all speak like this in Djibouti. That's
Right.
where I'm from.
Right.
After flying...
Djibouti?
It's bloody roasted out here.
Right, because read the fucking story, Jesus.
A hapless clubber has managed to get himself stranded in Ibiza after flying out to the fabled party island on a whim. Dad of 2, Saz Ismail, launched an online fundraiser to help him get home after he missed 4 separate flights due to his disorganised nature. Brackets, being a daft cunt, close brackets.
Yeah, I think the reason he's not getting there is called come downs.
Also, as well, I reckon as well, his missus has gone absolutely mad.
Yeah.
And he's gone, you'll never guess what I've done, babe. I've missed the 4th one.
Yeah.
So the 35-year-old who says he shouldn't be allowed to go on holiday on his own missed 1 flight by 5 minutes and managed to book one that was taking off from the wrong Spanish island altogether.
Jesus Christ. Another flight he booked would have flown to the entirely wrong UK airport. Just get on that.
Yeah. Just
deal with being in England.
Just get
a
on.
fucking megabus. It costs £6 when you land.
I went out there from East Midlands Airport on Tuesday last week, he says, and was supposed to be there 3 or 4 days. That's what he told his wife, isn't it?
For their 4 3 days is what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Used to be an English teacher.
I spent I spent 3 or 4 days out there.
No, I was
I'm
there for
doing it.
3 days.
I know.
I know.
And I went to see DJ Nathan Dorr. He was do you know Nathan Dorr?
I have no idea.
You've never heard Nathan Dorr?
No.
Great DJ.
Yeah. I don't really give a fuck who's DJing.
You
It's
know,
like,
he's got Let's Dance and Do It.
Let's dance and do it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, did
he play the music? Did he play the music in the bar on Star Wars? But no, like, I just don't give a fuck about DJs. I go to I've been to a lot of raves, been to a lot of events where people are I don't really care who it is, as long as someone is making the speakers go.
I'm gonna throw it out there. Sorry, DJ Nathan Dorr, and indeed any DJs. Yeah. I don't respect what you do.
It is a shit.
I don't think that there is any skill to be had.
No,
in mixing two things together.
What I would say is there is definitely skill, and some people are really good at it. But it's the same way as it's like what a photographer is to a painter, a DJ is to a musician. Like
this feels like a question on an IQ test.
No, but you can act the thing with photography is there are skilled people and there are some people who are really good at it, but also you can accidentally take a good photograph.
Oh, right. Okay.
You know what I mean? It's not as impressive as being able to paint incredibly.
Yeah.
Whereas DJing, there is definitely skill to it. Some people are really good at it and they make the party fucking go off. Great. But it's not as impressive as being a musician. But a lot of DJs make their own music and stuff, so there is an overlap.
I think that... Okay, so I don't know enough about music, shock horror, in order to really comment on this.
When has ignorance ever stopped you having an opinion?
Never. Waded into the thing about transgender bathrooms on Twitter last week. Ignorance never stopped me.
Exactly.
And I offended both sides of the arguments.
Classic Quinne.
Check out our Patreon if you want me to, if you want to speak about that in detail, listen to me speak about it in detail. So the thing with DJs, right, is if you're making a song from scratch and you're sat on GarageBand or whatever you fucking use... Yeah. Why are you laughing?
Well, it's just I don't know if they use GarageBand.
Whatever they use, fucking... I don't know, Hyper Beats Pro or whatever. Uh-huh. That does sound like DJ software, doesn't it?
I mean, sure.
Let's be fair.
But I also don't know what it's called.
Hyper Beats Pro.
Hyper Beats Pro. So they're on Hyper Beats Pro.
Yeah. And they're going through all the boops.
Yeah, choosing a different drum to have.
Like this first one, boop, 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 and the second one's boop, boop, boop.
Exactly,
and you make a song.
I don't know if that's the rhythm they're going for.
I would listen to that song.
I know you would. That's why it's not what DJs do.
Well, just saying, if they took my advice, maybe they'd be better.
Sure.
So, anyway, if you're making a song from scratch like that, then you're kind of talented, but then the real talent goes to the female singer that you get to sing over the top of it.
I hate vocal house like that.
Really?
Corny house music. It's like, someone likes singing over the top of it. I don't like that. It's not my bag.
No.
Yeah.
Are you?
But how do you feel about sampling? What if someone makes a record?
I don't know what sampling means.
So taking bits of other songs and stitching together an entirely new song out of it.
Oh, right. Okay.
What do you feel about that? That's what Kanye does a lot. He doesn't really a lot of his work is completely made out of samples.
So they're sort of like scrapbooks.
Essentially like a musical collage, yeah.
Like a ransom note.
Yes. Yeah, you can go with that. Yeah. Sure.
It's weird how my mind works, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. You had to make it sketchy. Just couldn't have a nice collage. You're like, like when you kidnap a child. Fuck's sake.
This is my new album. It's called 2 Million or I Rape Her to Death.
Wow. Fucking hell.
It's sampling. That's what I'm doing. I'm sampling.
You see Kanye rocked up to an event in a White Lives Matter shirt this week?
Did he?
Yeah.
Good for him. Never had him down as an ally. So, what does he mean, White Lives Matter? What does that mean?
The thing with Kanye is he's very mentally ill. And people forget this when they're talking about him. He's insane.
The thing is with White Lives Matter is it's like, no one's saying they don't.
Yeah, no one's disputing that. That has never been disputed ever. Since about the 1600s, that has been the predominant idea.
That's the prevailing wisdom.
Yeah.
The problem is that there's a lot of thought that we matter the most. That's the problem. Is that
we've been mattering a little too much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. If you had a White Lives Matter and then brackets, but they need to matter a little bit less.
Yeah, I'd be
close
like,
brackets.
fair.
You go, it's a fairly salient point.
Yeah. Or maybe Kanye could just shut the fuck up. But he is insane. He is really insane.
But
so
the
that
thing-
needs to be any judgment of his actions. I think needs to be
So I'm going to
caveated with.
I'm
that.
going to say that I don't think that you get to tell Kanye to shut the fuck up.
No, it's genuinely true. I don't. You're
So,
right.
because
you
the
are
thing
right.
is-
but luckily, loads of black people have a swell already. I'm just joining in.
no, I didn't mean skin colour.
Oh, yeah.
I meant just you.
Yeah.
I get to tell him to shut the fuck up. You don't.
Right.
So I'll tell you for why. You really enjoy his music.
Love him.
I don't give a fuck.
I think he's the greatest living musician.
I don't care at all.
Yeah.
I think the greatest living musician is...
Jason Mraz. I know who he is now.
Bradley from S Club.
Bradley from S Club.
Yeah.
I don't think the members of S Club would think that. I don't think they think he's the best one in their group.
That's why they split up.
He's the Ringo of S Club.
Yeah. That's why they split up, because that and Joe's a racist.
Yeah.
That's why she never appreciated his work.
Sure.
Sometimes Bradley would write it, and he'd go, Joe, what do you think? And she'd go, I shit that, because... And then he'd go, oh no, Paul did this. And she'd go, oh, it's amazing.
Yeah. And he'd be like, I see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she'd come out the next day on tour wearing a White Lives Matter t-shirt.
Yeah. The only reason I want him to shut the fuck up is because it makes it awkward for me as a fan of his.
Well, this is
Like,
it.
it's just-
So this is why you're not allowed to tell him to shut the fuck
totally.
up. Because you're not allowed to go, you're musically the voice of your generation. You said he was the greatest living musician.
Yeah, I
so
think
you're
he is,
not
yeah.
so you're not allowed to say you are the best at this, but I don't want to hear your opinion about anything else.
No, I think you can.
I don't think you can put him that much on a pedestal
I think
and
you
then
can.
completely take him off it when it comes to any other matter.
Nah, I think there's I think there's loads of people who are really good at one thing and should just do that.
Podcasting.
Yeah. I mean, there's a compliment, but he's meaning that I'm bad at stand-up. Like that's what I want you to know.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. Because people might not have clocked that was actually a real.
Yeah,
dick.
but you know that I don't think you're bad at stand-up.
Yeah, I know you don't. Yeah,
I think you're all right. You're okay. You're good. You're
I'll-
good enough.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Cheers. You Waldorf and Statlered that. He's fine. He's all right. He's pretty good. He's okay. But yeah, no, like I do think there are a lot of people who should just do that one thing because Kanye is really bad at having opinions. He's
Yeah.
terrible at it. He's one of the worst in the world at having opinions.
Yeah.
But making songs really good. So just do
Yeah,
that.
but if you're going to listen to his music, you have to listen to his opinions.
I mean, I don't. Like, I tried listening to his Joe Rogan episode and I lasted 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He's just insane. It's just an insane man gibberish. It's just gibberish. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to listen to Brian Wilson's opinions on stuff. He's fried his brain, but his music is amazing.
Well, speaking of musicians that have weird opinions on
Anyway,
things.
yeah, so what happened to this cunt? Did he get back?
Oh, sorry. Oh, he set up a crowdfunder.
Yeah. Leave him there.
Yeah, the end.
All right.
Speaking of...
Right, okay, I was just aware we just tailed off from that story.
Are you a fan of football and also a fan of Dead Men Talking and also a fan of a little bit of gambling? Well, if so, we have teamed up with Final Runner and we are offering a last man standing competition. If you don't know what that is, basically head on over to finalrunner.com, you pay £5 to enter and every week you pick just one football team to win. And if your team wins, you go through to the next round and if not, you get knocked out. And we do that every week until there's one winner at the end of it who wins all the money for themselves.
And they can go to your house and claim your family as their own.
We're doing our next Final Runner. Claim your family as your own.
Yeah.
All
It's like,
right.
these are my children.
Like a pirate in the
Yeah.
1500s.
I think like Pontius Pilate, that sort of thing. She's just going to take all your firstborns.
We're doing the next competition on Saturday, the 15th of October. So head on over to finalrunner.com, get your £5 in. It's a great way of supporting the community and it's a great way of having a little bit of fun. Please gamble responsibly-ish.
Herod, not Pontius Pilate. Pilate was the one who killed Jesus.
Speaking of musicians that have crazy opinions on things,
Yeah.
check out the email I sent you under Bowel.
Yeah, I was worried about this one. Yeah.
I'm fucking nailing these segues today.
Oh, God, yeah. So I've already got this article up, actually.
So
we were
this
talking
is-
about this before we
This is
started.
the musician Pete Townshend.
From The Who, who you may remember.
The
from...
what?
It's your one.
No, we're going to do it. The what?
No, we're not. We're not going to do it. Because you can read it. It's on the screen right
I
in front
don't
of
think any of those, you know, the Who, what? Yeah, exactly. Those little comedy skets.
Yeah.
I don't think they've ever been funny. So they've been done so many times.
Yeah.
Never once have I gone, it's so shit.
The closest you get is Frasier. They were amazing at that. That was a big thing they would do, and it was like a running joke. They would do longer and longer and more elaborate ones. The ones in Frasier.
Yeah,
are
but
very
the whole
clever
thing
and
is that
layered.
they're doing it almost to sort of like be like, I can't believe we're doing this.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit.
That's,
yeah.
you know, the self-referential,
Yeah.
cool, what
Dude,
we
what
like.
about the Dude, Where's My Car one? That's
Oh,
the classic.
Dude, sweet.
Yeah.
What's mine say? Dude.
Yeah.
What's mine say? Sweet. We'll do that for 5 more minutes, please, lads.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. They'll only use 1 take. No. We're going to
All
use
of
5
it.
minutes.
So, Pete Townshend, you might remember from one of the worst excuses for being a nonce I've ever heard.
What
Right.
was his excuse for being a
So, right,
nonce?
he got caught downloading loads of child porn. Right?
Yeah.
Computer riddled with nonce porn. Riddled with it.
Riddled with nonce
Riddled
porn.
with nonce porn, right?
Okay.
And his excuse when he was caught was like, "What?"
Sampling.
Mate, you should hear the album I'm about to make. See those drum sounds? They're actually screams.
Yeah.
The beat's just...
That's pretty catchy. Thank you. It's the sound of an old man's cock slamming into a baby's bumhole.
Oh, you made it worse. I somehow made that worse. But anyway, no.
I think the bit that made it worse was slamming.
Slamming was bad. So he got caught with a riddle computer, right? And his excuse was, whoa, hey, whoa. I'm not a nonce. I'm not having a wank to this.
I'm aware what this looks like.
Hey, I know this looks dodgy, but hear me out, right?
Yeah.
I've got a valid excuse, right? I'm not downloading all this child porn because I want to download all the child porn. Oh, no. I'm actually researching a book that I'm writing about child porn. So it's research. And I know I didn't mention this book to anyone before, but I am now letting you know that I am going to be writing this book in the future.
So
he eventually did write a book.
That's great. That's
But
great.
it
We've
was
talked about
quite
this,
a
I
while
think,
afterwards.
before.
I think we've
talked about this
yeah.
before, and I said that his punishment is writing the book.
Sure.
Like,
But yeah.
oh, no, you got to write it.
Yeah, so he's got his.
Do you know what's funny about it, though?
Yeah.
Is that he'll been downloading loads of child porn, and in the back of his mind, he'll think, what are you going to do if you get caught?
Yeah.
And there'll have been an afternoon where he'll have gone, right, okay, contingency plan. If I ever get caught,
Yeah.
tell them I am writing a book about it
Yeah.
and not masturbating to it.
I think I can't be 100% on this, but I think this is a true thing. Like, you know, take it with a massive pinch of salt. I'm sure somewhere he went, like, one of his excuses as well was like, hey, the only reason I'm writing this book is because I was a victim of child abuse. And I was like, you know who else is also often the victim of child abuse? Pedos. It's not a good defense against it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like going, hey, whoa, I wasn't the one who infected everyone with AIDS. I've got HIV.
So, Chris Langham,
Yes, the guy from The Thick of It.
he did he did
Yeah.
a similar thing
Yeah.
where he got caught with loads of child porn, and he was
Yeah.
like, I'm playing a new character that is addicted to child porn.
Right.
And that's why I'm watching child. It's like, now isn't the time to get method, Daniel Day. Do you know what I mean?
And like, if you're going to do something like that, probably do it like, you don't need to be watching child porn to get into a character of anything.
No.
How important is your play? Like, come on, mate. And like, not having that at all. And like,
No.
even if that was even if in some world that was a thing, you don't do it at home alone secretly. You go, we're going
Out in public,
You go,
school,
we're gonna
when school finishes,
yeah.
wear a Mac and just
Stand
rub,
in the tennis courts,
rub
yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, no, I was more mainly do it through official channels and be like, hey, this is what we're going to have to do for this, and do it with like protocols and controls and shit like that. I don't think it's a thing you ever need to do.
No.
I don't think, like, method acting can suck a dick anyway. Like, grow up.
Yeah. and
Like,
so can a half a dozen of the boys that he watched.
Anyway,
Right. Anyway, so
here's the
the
opening
Who's-
of this article is amazing.
The Who's Pete Townsend,
Yeah.
God bless him, is trying to put a positive spin on being caught for child porn.
Yeah.
Which I think is, I mean, he's a glass half full fella, isn't he?
He really is. This is an optimist right here.
Glass and mouth half full.
Fuck's sake. Hard drive, hard full is what. So, the opening line of this article, it's the elephant in the room, isn't it? Pete Townsend sighed, but he's right. So yeah, basically,
Sorry. He doesn't get to refer to his child pornography as the elephant in the room.
yeah.
That's what you say about somebody who's had a bad haircut.
Well, there are a lot of baby elephants in the images.
my God.
So it says, the headline is, just for the record, my arrest was one of the best things that ever happened to me. So, mate, you're a world-famous rock star.
Yeah.
I think, better things have happened to you than getting caught for child porn.
That's insane.
So, he says, if he hadn't been arrested for child pornography in 2003, he would have been dead in 6 months. So he goes, I had a cancerous polyp in my bowel. While I was waiting for the police to go through my computers, plural, I decided to have that long-postponed colonoscopy.
Is he messing?
So what?
Is he fucking messing?
What he claims is the version of events is he was researching his book, right? Innocently researching a book on child porn.
Whilst fidgeting in his seat because his arsehole keeps falling out.
I won't get this checked today. I've got a book to research.
His wife's like, darling, there's blood in your underpants again. He's, darling, I will get it sorted, but for now, just put it on a hot wash. There's a book to research.
He says, my father had died of colon cancer and I had promised myself I would check before I got much older, but I'd kept putting it off. So once he got busted, and once the police are going through his hard drives, he goes, I could really do with a pipe up my arse right now. It's a very stressful time. I could do with a doctor fingering me.
And I mean, to be fair to Pete Townsend, he obviously doesn't like the idea of things getting older, does he? So.
I hope they die before they get old. Do you reckon he got his doctor to finger his ass? Oh, mate, imagine if he had a colon doctor that was deaf, dumb and blind but could still tell if he had colon cancer.
That deaf, dumb and blind kid sure broke the intestinal wall. Ever since I was a young boy, I fingered lots of bums.
All right, okay. To be fair, the time scale of this makes it a little more understandable,
right?
Because I'm picturing him in the waiting room in the police station, going, I should probably get my ass checked. But no, he does say he was unable to work for 5 months while the detectives investigated his hard drive.
How much child porn was there? 5 months with a kid porn.
I don't think that just means they're watching every video for 5 months straight.
They have to.
Investigations take a while. I think that's what it was.
They have to.
I mean, this investigation clearly didn't take a while because there's loads of child porn on your computer. I think that should be case fucking closed. I don't give a fuck about your book.
I'm sorry. Did you just do that with your hands?
I did do that with my hands.
I love the idea that there's police in the Serious Organised Crime Unit, SOCA, and they're researching child porn, and they see one image of like a little boy's dick, and they make that sound with their hands.
Done.
You solved another one, Keith. I have indeed. It's case closed.
No,
there's a baby dick on here.
They go ring the bell and then they cut the tie off.
Get to wear a green jacket.
Yeah. Champion nonce hunter that week. So yeah, like, look, it's slightly more understandable. He's not able to do anything except get fingered for 5 months. That's it, innit? Like, no one is dealing with you. Whilst you're under investigation for being a nonce, no one wants to hear from you, apart from the bum fingering doctor.
Yeah. I bet he's thinking to himself, well, I'm going to spend a long time in prison for this, so I might as well find out what it feels like.
Yeah. Well, no, having a polyp up your arse, that's nice. Your arse is ribbed for their pleasure.
What's a polyp?
Polyp is just a little lump.
Oh, okay.
That's what he was saying he had.
Oh, okay.
He had a cancerous one.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. But fucking hell.
It's
it's the last thing I'd do if I was going to prison is stop myself dying.
This would have killed you in 6 months,
Yeah.
apparently he said. So it sort of saved my life.
He's never talked about this before. Coincidence. Coincidence. Yeah, he's never talked about it.
So here's a question.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not the right person to ask for this. But, right, okay, so let's imagine that you still knew your dad, right?
Right.
If your dad got arrested for child porn,
Yeah.
would you, and you had a relationship with him up till now,
Right.
would you stick by him or would you wash your hands?
So,
I mean,
right.
I'd wash everything personally.
If it's my dad, I've clearly, like, I've only been in contact for a little bit. again, and then he immediately gets arrested for
No,
nonsense.
if you've had a full...
Solid.
Well, I mean, if
Same as my mum.
if it was your dad, he wouldn't have left when you were young, would he?
Yeah. Would have waited a couple more
Yeah,
years.
yeah. In a way.
Maybe I could have kept him around if only I was fitter as a baby.
Well, the marriage is failing, but my God, do I love fucking him.
I'm not going to shag that lanky little fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, he's speaking to the other nonces. Why are you leaving, John? You've got a great life. Your kid's only 3. Yeah, but he's quite tall. He looks 8.
Yeah, no, I think that
If your mum got arrested for child porn.
Yeah, it'd be a weird one. It'd be a weird one.
Really, that's what you have to say about the matter.
Yeah.
It would be a weird one.
Well, I don't know. Like, it's my mum. Like, I'd be a little... there would be a bit of me like, why didn't you nonce me? You know, a little bit. You wouldn't, you? You'd be a little bit. You'd be like, feel a little bit left out. If there was nonsense going around and I didn't get any, I'd be gutted.
Such a fucking Yorkshireman.
Yeah.
Why'd I not get none of that?
That were free.
Yeah, I'd have to cut them off. I'd have to. Or
Yeah, dads are different to mums. So like, if it, so it's a different conversation. I think.
yeah.
A dad and a mum. But yeah, if it's a dad, you've got to.
So
Like, you
here's
can't
the
be like hanging out with your nonce dad.
Here's the thing.
What, you're gonna go fucking bowling while he's on weekend release?
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Especially bowling.
Yeah.
Put your fingers into little holes.
Yeah, that's true. There's so few activities that you can do with a nonce dad, isn't there? There's so few safe nonce dad activities. Can't go to the cinema. Can't be in a darkened room.
No.
Yeah.
No. Mini golf? No, mini.
No, mini. Nothing mini. Everything's got to be maxi. You can't go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just have the Happy Meal. You fucking won't.
Yeah.
Speaking
of that, have you seen they're making adult Happy Meals?
That's
Get on a register.
it's for disabled people, isn't it?
It's gotta be. Is it just like what? Is it just toys that you can't swallow? Is it just?
Oh my God. I don't know why, but when I heard that, I was like, people. That's just where my head went.
Yeah, but I think it's people who go on the hollybobs as well.
Oh
I
God.
think it's those sort of people.
People who were obsessed with Disney, or Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So I went to a cafe this afternoon for my lunch, and the woman serving us was wearing a top, and on the back it said Hogwarts, and it's like, you're 40.
Yeah.
You're at work.
Yeah.
I don't need to know that you're a Hufflepuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can tell by looking at you because you're a bit fat. But that's the fat house, isn't it? Hufflepuff.
Right.
It just feels like a fat name.
Yeah.
You fucking Hufflepuff.
Right. Yeah, it does a bit.
You know.
Sounds like a slur. I don't think they should say that anymore.
Anyway, right? I would say, genuinely, if my dad got caught for nonsense, which he wouldn't because he's great with a computer.
Yeah.
So 2 VPNs.
Yeah. It's got a red switch.
Yeah.
Don't
It's
want
for
that.
football streaming. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, they do sell like USB. They're called a red switch. A USB. You plug it into a computer and it completely wipes the entire hard drive.
Really?
Yeah. Anyone buying those? I think they should get their hard drive checked before they're allowed to use it.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. I shouldn't have told you that, should I?
No, I'm going to use it.
Yeah.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until I see a businessman on a train,
Yeah.
like working on the big presentation.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stick it in while he's gone to the
Jam.
toilet.
Yeah. You got a computer rape him. It's not okay.
Yeah. Anyway, right. So I think myself, I definitely wouldn't have any contact with him for a long time. Whether or not I'd be able to cut him out from my life completely, I don't know.
There are degrees of nonsense as well. You know.
So
we've
if he did
discussed this
the,
previously.
what's the guy who was a teacher and he went to France with a 15-and-a-half-year-old?
Yeah.
Like 4th degree nonce.
Yeah, being a teacher, I think, bumps you up a degree.
It does, bumps you up to 18.
Yeah, it bumps you up a...
Checked. So...
No, it bumps you up a degree.
Do you know what?
It makes
They
it
tell
worse.
you that at teaching
Yeah.
quite a lot.
What, not to fuck the kids?
No, they go, it's 18, by the way, with you.
Right.
Like they make sure that you know, or at least that's my experience. But
Right, it happened to you a lot. Like, don't fuck any 16-year-olds.
look, they might be legal, but they're not legal because the relationship that you've had with
Yeah,
them,
totally.
basically.
Yeah.
Which is normal.
Which is right.
But they make sure that no
That
one doesn't
you
know.
know.
Oh, they made sure that I defo knew.
Yeah. Just like, remember, what's the first rule? Don't fuck them.
First
Don't fuck
rule
them.
of being a teacher. It's like Fight Club.
Yeah.
So anyway, right. I Would definitely not have any contact with my dad, I think, whilst he was in prison, whilst he was out. I'd like to think that eventually, after time, maybe I would be able to rekindle that connection. And it'd take a long time. But what I'd have to do is I'd have to almost forget that that's what he did. Do you know what I mean?
What, do you have to have like some like major brain injury?
Yeah, like Eternal Sunshine. You've not seen Eternal Sunshine.
I've seen Eternal Sunshine.
Yeah,
I've not seen no films.
Well, it's a great film.
It is a good film, yeah.
But anyway, right? I'd have to like almost get around it and be like, all right, it's done. It's done. I've spent enough time. I've gotten over it, right?
Yeah.
If my dad,
I don't know if I can get over nonsense.
if my dad then went to the papers, I'd be like, best thing that ever happened to me getting caught for me. I'd be like, what are you doing? Oh yeah, I had arse cancer. Dad, why are you reminding everybody that you're a nonce? Why are you doing that?
Yeah, I don't think it's the sort of thing people forget.
Why did he think that this was good PR?
Yeah, I think it was just he got asked about it during an interview and they've made it the focus of the interview.
Why is he doing interviews?
Yeah, I would just never say anything ever again.
No. That's what you got to do. You've got to stop.
Yeah, he does say I'm very much involved in support. It's like, does he feel that the stigma is past? He says probably not. It's something that I think about a lot. I'm very much involved in supporting charities that deal with the consequences of the sexual abuses of children, including those that are photographed. So no, I don't think it's past. And it's like, yeah, Savile did a lot of charity work.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a free pass, is it?
I think that, to be fair, the amount that Savile fucked, he could shag one. Like the amount of money that he raised, he should get to bum one kid.
Right. Well, he did. Thankfully for you, he got to bum loads of them. So
no. The loads is the problem. I would have probably forgiven.
Yeah,
him
the loads were the problem, to be honest.
Yeah,
it's where he was putting them.
But if he'd have just fucked, one,
right? Well,
then,
no one would have believed him.
But also,
because no one believed it when there was loads of people.
But if he'd have just fucked one, the good would outweigh the bad.
Right. I think shagging one kid puts you on the bad list instantly.
But building a hospital.
Yeah, to fuck a kid in.
But afterwards, you give the hospital away to people, like to run a hospital.
Yeah.
Hospitals cost a lot of money.
Hospital is good.
Well, there you go.
I still don't think you could say that's a good person. I don't think the balance swings.
But that hospital will have done overwhelmingly more good than bad.
Sure, unless there's a pedo doctor who works at a doctor.
It's all about whether or not you can measure good or bad by the amount, or whether or not there's single intrinsic actions that just indefinitely corrupt a person's moral code.
Yeah, I would say fucking a child is one of those. Call me crazy, but I think having full sex with a child
It's been very heavy for this today, hasn't it?
It's not, and it's also not a thing that you like. It's not like, you'd accidentally fuck a kid. There's no like, it's premeditated. You have to groom them.
Yeah, that's true. Every kid fucking is premeditated.
Yeah, there's no child one night stands. You got to take them out a couple of times, give them some sweets, get them involved,
I don't reckon paedophiles ghost people either.
No.
I reckon once they're in, they're in.
Oh, very good communicators.
Yeah.
They have to be.
What if, here's a question.
Yeah.
What if you raised $1 billion and gave it to needy causes?
Mm-hmm. But then fucked a kid?
Single once, one time.
Mm-hmm.
One time. It was a lapse of judgment. They were 12.
I would still think you're a bad dude. Yeah.
But £1 billion?
Yeah, but it's one of those where it's like, cheers for the $1 billion. That's great. Did you have to fuck a child?
And the guy goes, because it is a guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. He's got £1 billion.
Exactly. How many female billionaires are there?
Oh, we're such bad cunts. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we could always make it a woman with 777 million if you wanted. So,
no, I still think it makes you a bad dude.
So if you, but the good that you've done outweighs the bad that you've done. And you've got to remember that nobody's all good or all bad.
I agree. I think pure evil is not necessarily a thing that might exist. I agree. People are complicated. Good people can do bad things. Bad people can do good things.
Totally.
Sure. I think fucking kids is a straight red, right? It doesn't matter if it's your first challenge in the game. You've gone through their knee, they're in hospital. You've Gibral Seasayed them, right? It's a 3-game ban.
He fucked me so hard I did my ACL.
Exactly. It's a straight red. It doesn't matter how many, assists you've laid on for other people.
Yeah.
People are going to remember you got a straight red.
Yeah.
Is Zidane in that World Cup final?
Yeah, but that doesn't make Zidane any worse for me.
No, that made him cooler. That was a bad example. Yeah, because I was like, you've not won the World Cup, but cool.
Yeah.
Okay, bad example.
I think it's...
How much do you think...
What do you think, guys?
No. We're staying on what you think.
How much?
How much, given to charity, makes it okay to fuck a child?
Nectar points?
I've got a 20% off voucher for boots.
Is that a Tesco club card? Have at me, son.
Fucking hell. Like, what if Ian Watkins' royalties had been going to the NSPCC, you reckon it would be okay?
I don't think he makes enough in royalties.
I think the Lost Prophets were doing pretty fucking well, mate.
Do they?
They were doing pretty fucking well, yeah.
Really?
They were a big band. They were headlining festivals. They'd have been making a lot of money.
Nah.
Mate, if you headline a festival, you're getting paid like a couple hundred grand for the show. Yeah.
Wowee.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair dues.
Yeah.
I mean, I hadn't really considered it.
How much would you be like, oh, he's actually a good dude?
I think $1 billion.
You'd be like, he's a good person. The guy who fucked all those babies, you're like, he's good.
No, one baby.
Right. One baby.
Well, baby again. 12.
Baby's bad.
Can we do 12?
What, 12 billion or 12 babies?
12 years old.
Right, very different.
The third one of
The
those
third,
options.
I didn't realise there was a secret third option. 12 billion.
No, 1 billion.
1 billion.
A 12-year-old.
A 12-year-old. Right, I still don't think that's okay.
No, I don't think that the fucking the kid's okay. I'm
Right.
thinking that the good outweighs the bad.
How much would Epstein have to have paid for his island to be all right? If he was taking all the money off the people and giving it secretly to a charity, is it fine that he trafficked all those kids?
I think like...
If only Prince Andrew had just donated a bit more.
I think
No
like...
one would give a shit.
Maybe like 100 bill.
100 bill.
Yeah.
That is quite a lot of money.
Yeah, there you go. That's life changing.
Sure. Yeah, it's definitely life changing money.
I mean,
But
it's not the only thing that's life changing.
That's what I'm gonna say. You've got one very distant child.
What about
if
when you died,
yeah,
you gave your body to medical research as a way of paying off your debts?
Is this a little segue you're doing?
This is a little
You
segue.
fucking cunt. If you're enjoying this podcast, why not join us on Patreon for exclusive extras and more lovely, wholesome content? If you would enjoy watching several people have their penises ripped clean off their body, you can do so by going to patreon.com/deadmentalkpod. Give us £3 a month. You can get on our Discord and you can see all the videos that we watch on this podcast. You can also get an extra episode every week. There's loads of extra content we're putting up there. And it's dead good. It's the best way you can support this podcast and keep it going. So get to patreon.com/deadmentalkpod and give us your fucking money.
I'm so good at segues. I'm like the king of the seg.
You're fucking awful. Did you put it? Oh yeah, you've got it as well.
So
we both independently sent this out. Like we send articles to a little email address internally to be like, oh, we'll talk about this on pod.
it's actually called deadmentalkpod@gmail.com.
No,
Send us some questions. Why not?
Oh, because they're going to send us stuff and they're going to clutter it. We've got a nice little thing going on here.
Do you know what? Clutter our inboxes.
Gross.
Send us.
No, just send videos to the WhatsApp 07520
I tell you what, you send us stuff that you've done, and I'll tell you how much money it needs to be for you to right that wrong. I'm basically performing penance at a Catholic church.
It is essentially that.
Christ, that bumhole looks destroyed. 10 grand and 3 Hail Marys.
Yeah, they didn't even ask for money. They're just making them do little prayers on rosary beads. They could have been making a killing. We both independently found this article, pissed laughing, and sent it to each other. So the headline is, man who donated his mother's body to an Arizona Center for Alzheimer's Research discovers it was sold on to the US military for $6,000, strapped to a chair and blown up in a blast test. So, This poor cunt. His mum's died of Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
Right. Like, it doesn't actually kill you Alzheimer's. It makes you very susceptible to other diseases like AIDS. Like AIDS does.
Does it? I
Yeah.
thought you just forget shit.
Yeah, but it also like fucks your immune system and lots of other things. So it eventually leads to it is a terminal disease.
I had no idea. So up until you saying that, I've heard that Alzheimer's was a terminal disease.
Yeah.
But I thought what they meant by that
Eventually
is
you forget to breathe.
No, I thought that you're just going to forget to do something one day that kills you.
Right.
Like, you're going to forget to look left and a car's going to hit
Like
you.
leprosy doesn't make your limbs fall off. It means you don't have any feeling, so you end up like burning your arm really badly and it falls off.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like that. Yeah. But you die of other causes, but it's the Alzheimer's killing you, essentially. Anyway,
Okay, so...
didn't mean to get so into the weeds of Alzheimer's.
So, whose side are you on just reading the story?
Right, just off the headline.
Yeah.
What sides are there?
Well, are you on the side of the man or the US military?
Well,
or...
instinctively, always, I'm usually on the side of the US military for all the good they've done. No, like I'm not on a side. It's just like it's mental. Like I think the problem is the Arizona Center for Research. That's the cunts.
Well,
the military haven't done anything
right,
wrong.
okay, yeah. So I read this and I go, God, that's horrible that they sent it on.
Uh-huh.
First line on the fucking thing,
Yeah.
Dan Straufer, whatever, 73,
Stouffer.
Doris Stouffer died in hospice care following a several-year battle with Alzheimer's, despite doctors saying she didn't carry the gene for the disease.
So surely that's interesting to
And
research.
now, I'm done with it. I'm like, yep, that's why they sold it on, because we're not interested in this. She doesn't carry the gene. Fuck it, who wants her?
Right, so if someone is presenting with Alzheimer's symptoms but doesn't have the gene that normally carries it,
Then they're faking.
surely, for a research centre, that's interesting.
Oh, yeah. If I worked at the
Arizona Research that has bought this body.
If I worked for the Centre for Hypochondriacs, then yeah, absolutely. But I don't.
I don't think she was in hospice care. I don't think she was just bluffing. I think there was she is also dead. So that does suggest there may have been something slightly wrong with her. Right? She is a corpse. You have to remember that. So I don't know if she was bluffing.
Oh, her neurologist was unable to accept her remains.
Right. I'm sure there's more to this, obviously.
Okay.
But like off the headline, it seems
I'm
like
with
it's the centre.
the fucking research centre.
Right.
It's basically the research centre have said, he's gone, I want to donate my mother's body. And the research centre have basically said in a nice way, we don't want your garbage. That's what they've said.
Yeah.
And then he's given it anyway and they've just sold it on.
Yeah. Yeah. Essentially that. I think what they could have done is just, gone, hey, we can't accept that. Do you maybe want to like bury your mum?
But do you want to make $6,000?
But I don't think he got the $6,000.
Well, what does he...
He donated it and then they sold it for $6,000.
Again, if you sell something on Facebook, buy, swap and sell, and it turns out it's worth shitloads, that's your own fault. Buyer's remorse. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. What my query is, why do they need to put a body on a chair and then blow it up? What are they testing?
Does
this bomb work?
To get an idea of what the human body goes through when a vehicle is hit by an IED.
I think a few people who came back from Iraq can tell you that. I think we've already got a bit of evidence. Just speak to your average Paralympic team, and then you can find out what happens when an IED goes through the human body. Yeah?
Yeah, but with all the really bad ones, you can't tell what they're saying.
True. Yeah, like it's very funny just strapping it to a chair and blowing it up. Oh, here we go. Here's a bit that's a bit of a mitigation.
Okay.
There was actually wording on the paperwork about performing this stuff. Performing these medical tests that may involve explosions, and we said no. We checked the no box on the explosions. So he did specifically say, don't blow up me mum. And they anyway went, nah, we're going to blow up his mum.
Right, okay, I'm throwing it out there.
Yeah.
He's making that up. There's no way that exists.
Yeah, no.
There's no way.
Mate,
there's no way there's a box that says, can we blow up your mum?
Listen
in
to
the
the way
Alzheimer's Medical Research
Listen to the way
Centre.
he phrases this as well. So I'm gonna. So he's definitely he's definitely like Southern American, isn't he? This guy is like.
Go on to the voice.
Oh, I'm really bad at a Southern American accent.
Okay.
Like, hey, they American. I don't know how to do it, man.
Yeah,
I literally don't know how to do it.
Do you
I need a
Louisiana-
word to get in it. What's that phrase?
Do you Louisiana Belle?
Oh, Jay. Oh, Louisiana. There we go.
Yeah.
So there was actually this wording on the paperwork about performing this stuff, performing these medical tests that may involve explosions. And we said no. We checked the no box and all of that.
You like that, didn't you?
I got into it.
You got gayer and gayer.
Yeah. But performing these medical tests that may involve explosions, I don't think. So they were sold to the military for $5,893. It's not bad for a corpse, you know.
That's
Do that
decent.
with my corpse. I'd love it if people blew up my
fucking
corpse.
right. Okay.
100%.
What
All
can I
right.
do with your corpse?
Don't fuck it.
Why? I don't want to fuck you living. Why would I want to fuck you dead?
Fair enough, just checking.
I would come on you. So I would.
That's also bad. Don't come on me.
I would. Right. Okay.
That's going to be a
So
tough
when you
wank,
die,
mate.
when
You've
you-
got to look at this.
When you die, but I'm thinking about all the Patreon money I'm gonna make.
Right.
So
yeah.
I'm gonna
Your percentage is just shot up.
exactly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jizz on you,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna rub it into your eyes.
Oh, brilliant, in the eyes. Traditionally, a couple of pennies, but, you know, sure, go for cum. Why not?
And then I'm gonna glue your eyes down,
Yeah.
and then anyone who has to, I'm gonna he's sleeping, but your eyes are gonna be glued shut with my jizz for the rest of your life.
Brilliant. Well, I honestly couldn't care less what happens to my body when I'm dead.
So
I'm dead.
if I jizzed in your eyes when you died,
I mean, I'd rather you didn't, because
No,
I assume my family a bit at my funeral.
but Mum,
Yeah. No. Right. Yeah. Look, I am
if
dead.
your dad came to your funeral,
Yeah.
that's a bit of a fuck you, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like, didn't make the effort when he
Bit
was
late,
alive, did you?
Bit late. No, but like, I honestly don't mind. Like, I would be fine with my body being donated to necrophiles to keep them out of the cemetery.
So you'd be fine with people fucking your body?
Just not you.
I take that as a personal insult.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'd be fine with whatever happens.
Well, I can't
What
be fine
about-
or not. I'm dead.
What about if
I literally don't matter.
What about-
I don't exist.
What about if I had you stuffed and put in the corner?
I'd love that.
Would
I would
you?
really love that. Like a really bad taxidermy of me in the corner
Yeah.
would be sick.
But I insisted that dildos were in every one of your orifices.
That's really funny. Yeah,
so
go for it.
so one up your ass,
A
one in your
Chekhov
mouth,
size one.
2 in your nose, 2 in your ears.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's go for it.
Okay.
So either taxidermy or just blow me up on a chair. I think that'd be fun. Imagine that for a funeral. At the end of it, right, they're normally a bit of an anticlimax. You just lower a box into the ground,
Yeah.
right? Imagine at the end of the funeral, before the wake, you get to do a big cartoon plunger. Pah!
So
Covered
here's-
in gore.
So here's what I want.
Because
Right?
Sam will be there.
Here's what I want when I die.
Yeah.
So I want to have any of my best organs, and I don't think there's going to be much left. Any of my best organs, like let's say I've got all right, I bet my fucking kidneys are superb.
They're going to be covered in fat.
No, but they're
Your
gonna
body, you
they're-
get fat on the inside
they're
as
gonna
well.
have worked so hard that they'll be like
Yeah, that's not good.
so up for
You're going
it.
to be like an old Polish woman. Like, your kidneys, they're fucked.
So yeah, it's gonna be like buying a taxi second hand, isn't it? It's like-
Yeah. Why has it got 300,000 miles on the clock? Yeah.
So anyway, right? Let's say there's a kid who wants my organs.
I don't think they should give
But
it
if
to a
there is,
child.
right?
If there's a dying old man, maybe
Right.
give him another week.
What I want is I want them to be taken out of my body.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to be brought to the child. I want them to go little
Rolled in flour,
No.
deep fried.
little Jimmy.
Yes, doctor.
We found you a donor. Oh my god! Really? Yeah. I mean, look, the guy wasn't great, but he didn't have like all the cancer that you had, so it's an upgrade for you.
They are factory seconds. Some
Yeah.
slight soiling.
Yeah. Condition is used. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Used acceptable.
we've actually got the lungs here.
Yeah.
And we're going to bring them over so you can have a look. Oh, really? And then what I want in my explicit will is for the doctor to go over and then to pretend to trip and to
Whoops.
throw them out the window. No.
Yeah.
Will they still be okay? No, they've got pavement on them. We can't.
Got pavement on them. There's no 5-second rule for lungs, is there? Once an organ's been dropped, it's over.
I want the doctor to say, nah, they've got pavement on. And also as well, fun fact, Jimmy, these were your lungs, and so we actually took you off the list,
Yeah.
and now you're back at the bottom of the list. Soz, hun.
Yeah, like when you phone up a bank and get hung up on, you got to go through it again.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, well, that sounds all fine. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, like, we're just going to kick you in a river or something when you die. Just boot you into a canal.
You're not fly tipping me.
I'm fly tipping you, mate. I'm going to drive to a country lane. I'm going to leave you next to an old mattress.
And a fridge freezer that don't work.
Yeah.
Fucking prick.
Yeah, there's going to be a photo of my car on a local Facebook group.
Well, speaking of local
Oh,
Facebook
my God!
groups- I'm just joking. I don't know what the last thing is. I don't know what the last
Okay,
thing is.
all right. We've got somebody else. Yeah, all right. They've got a blown up corpse. Oh, here
Oh,
we
this
go.
one's funny.
Okay. There we go. Yorkshire joke and magic shop bewildered by customer complaint.
This is amazing. This.
All right.
So up. Just go up.
Yeah.
So, can you see that picture there?
I can see the picture, yeah.
So, what's the picture? Describe the picture to me.
The picture of it is of a man, like middle-aged white guy, holding up. I assume he works at the shop
Yeah.
or runs it.
Yeah.
He is holding up a product from his store and going, "Moo."
Well, why do you? So that is a money printer,
Sure.
and you put paper in there, and it prints money.
Yeah,
Why do you think someone might complain about that?
because it wasn't actual legal tender.
Yes.
And they thought that they could literally print money.
Yes, and you can actually read the 1-star review.
Oh my God.
So go on, read it.
This item is not as described. It's
All
all capital.
capitals.
I'll read it like it's written.
Just-
This item is an outright joke. I purchased it under the impression that it would work as advertised in their YouTube video, but it does not do anything to copy money. It's a complete waste of time. All the reviews said that they received the item and paid their rent and bills are lies. They did not pay any bills. This item is nothing but a toy for children. I do not recommend this item unless you do have children because this is not as advertised. I lost $55 purchasing 5 of these as money makers. And went to the post office to return the items, and it would cost me $60 to return them back to the UK, London. So I just took the loss and decided to leave this review so others know it is not legitimate, it's not real, it's fake, and you will do nothing but roll your money around the black cylinders, and that's it. You will not be making USD money. Do not purchase unless you have kids. ... And I will never change or revise this review unless I receive a full 100% refund. What? They should charge him again. I think their bank should charge him again.
Also, why do you want 5 of them, you greedy cunt?
I know. So he can, like, he's thinking, like, I'm gonna have a little factory going here,
Little kids, run it.
running the money printer.
Yeah.
What a dumb cunt. Like, some people should just not be allowed on the internet.
Imagine if you had a machine that you could just feed paper into, and it printed legitimate legal tender.
And you sell it for 12 quid.
But also as well, you're like, I'm going to buy 5 of them. It's like, just buy 1!
Yeah, buy one, try it out, see if it works first before you fully invest in scaling up your money printing business.
But in his head, they've gone, I tell you what, there won't be many of these left when people get onto them.
Yeah, I want to find the YouTube video and see the comments where people say they paid their rent and bills, because they're definitely fucking about.
Yeah.
Loads of people on these comments are fucking about, trying to catch one of these cunts.
Yeah.
Basically, everyone in the comments is going, yeah, this works definitely, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
We're all having a fun time bantering. We all know that's not real,
Yeah.
obviously. And this fucking moron,
Yeah.
this dribbling fuckwit,
Dribbling fuckwits.
has gone,
Dribbling fuckwit.
I've got a new source of income.
Yeah.
But it's anyone who falls for like money making schemes online where it's like, I'll teach you how to make $1 million. Tell you what, they should be. What you do is you make a fake course going, and you'll tell people how to make $1 million. That's how you make it.
Yeah.
Because they're like, if they knew how to, if they could just do a thing that made them constant money, they'd just do that.
Have you ever heard that saying about how to get rich during a gold rush?
Yeah, sell the pans, innit? Sell the equipment
so-
to the people who
yeah,
want it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's sort of what this... And there is legitimacy in that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but this
totally,
is insane. This is just the stupidest person, I think, in the world.
Yeah, this is someone who, like, when they get an email, it's like, a Nigerian prince has contacted me. They've said I can have $3 million.
Hello, Microsoft. My computer's broken.
Imagine how many money printing machines I could buy. Fuck me.
Yeah? Idiot.
Like, genuinely, I think they should just, like, all their money should be emptied out of their account. These people need, like, a Britney Spears conservativeship. You know, This guy needs someone in control of their purchases. When they go, hey, right, no, I need $55 from my account, please, so I can buy something.
Sorry, why are you doing that voice?
That's what he sounds like.
That's what he sounds in America?
In America, yeah. Yeah,
okay.
He's so thick he can't do the accent.
Oh, man.
And they're like, why do you need $55? Well, I am actually investing it into money printing machines. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, my God. Yeah, there needs to be some sort of like... No, do you know what? Because fuck these people. Like, if you're this stupid, you don't deserve
they've
money.
got what they deserve. They've lost $55. Look, it's not a life-changing amount of money. It's enough to give you a little, no, you've been dumb. You've been dumb.
Yeah, slap.
Yeah. And I assume this person is now homeless because that's probably their rent.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that brings us to the end of the episode.
Can you tell there was a bit that we fucked up that we had to edit out? We're so smooth.
Yeah.
We just had a little tech issue. We didn't say anything racist for once.
Well, I didn't.
Oh, no, I think we have this episode, probably.
No.
Yeah.
We did the Djibouti accent. That was about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, generally speaking.
Yeah, it's yet more evidence as to why YouTube will never monetize our videos this episode.
Mate, we make about £1.37 now per episode.
I know.
It's absolutely shocking.
It's genuinely terrible.
Yeah.
Because no one will advertise on the podcast where you're like, how much money to rape a kid? So, I get it. So please sign up to our Patreon because we have no other income.
You said that like it was a jokey scenario, and we literally spent half the episode talking about how much money you need to offset.
That's literally what I was saying. I was talking about that.
I thought you were making a jokey scenario, but we actually did it.
No, we actually did. Actually happened.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
If you are enjoying Dead Men Talk Pod, which is not what we're called, Dead Men Talking, if you're enjoying Dead Men Talking and you want to sign up to our Patreon, you can. It's patreon.com/Dead Men Talk Pod. And for just £3 a month, you get access to an extra video every single week. You get access to all the extra content. You get to see the videos from the dark room and stuff.
Yep.
There's loads of extra stuff to get involved in, and we are adding new stuff all the time.
And importantly, when we get enough money, we're going to donate it to charity, and Freddie's going to bum a kid. So help us with our goal.
When we get to 1 billion, to 1 billion patrons.
We're going to get one of those big thermometers like you see outside a church.
No, it's a cock and balls leading to a kid's bumhole.
Yeah.
And instead of it being red like the thermometer, it's white and it's just cum.
Brilliant. So we're going to be doing a bake sale to raise funds. Going to have a tea morning. Freddie's going to sit in a bath of beans.
I'm fucking not. I'd sooner fuck the kid there and then.
Genuinely, if you had a choice, right, we're going to end this episode eventually.
Yeah.
There's a bath of beans.
Yeah.
You've got to get in it and eat your way out.
Yeah.
Or you got to get in a kid's bumhole and eat your way out.
I'd say to the kid, bite your lip.
I hope you like beans. Right, let's go. This has been, once again, a new low. That's what we should have called the podcast. We should have just called it a new low.
Thank you for listening. We'll see you again next week.
Go fuck yourself.
Fuck off.